Wait, I don't even know how. Hey YouTube, I'm back. I decided to start the artist way, and I thought it'd be interesting to document my progress week by week. And yeah, I'm gonna have it on YouTube. YouTube will be more detailed, and then I'll also have like a signature series on TikTok for it, which is more like quick and fast paced. So by then it'll probably be up on TikTok, so you guys can just check that out as well. Guys, I don't really know like what to say. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, how do I even start? The reason I decided to start this book, I would say, is because my TikTok and like social media was really like on my FYP was like multiple videos about this book. So I'll take it as a sign that I should just get the book. And I also watched Doechii and her going through it. It just seemed really interesting seeing an artist like as amazing as her to do something like this. And I'm like, bro, why don't I just do it myself too while I'm at it? Like, do you get what I mean? Let's get started. Okay, so week 1 is recovering a sense of safety. The book states that this week indicates your creative recovery. You may feel both giddy and defiant, hopeful and skeptical. The reading tasks and exercise aim at allowing you to establish a sense of safety, which will enable you to explore your creativity with less fear. For the first week, the book asked me to start my morning pages. So every morning I'll write 3 pages, and it has to be 3 pages. Exactly 3 pages every morning. Even if I can't think of anything to write, I can't think of anything to write like until it fills out 3 pages. Yeah. Second thing is an artist date, where you take yourself on a date to let out your creative child. Another task is time travel, listing 3 old enemies of your creative self-worth. Another task was to write 3 old champions of your creative self-worth. Another task is imaginary lives. If you had 5 other lives to lead, what would you do in each of them? Okay, so my morning pages, I started off strong. You know, like I was eating down. Like I was doing my thing. I was eating. And then we get to Friday, and then I just say I don't want to do it. Like on Friday, I had an early start to college. It's not an excuse, but I had an early start to college, and then I was just like forgetting to do it. And then Saturday came, and I could have done it, but I was too lazy to. And then today came, which is Sunday, and I was also too lazy to do it. But to be honest, I did other things, and then I kind of like occupied my mind and forgot about it. And then by the time it was like midday, like it wasn't worth it, because it's not really the morning, so it wouldn't be a morning page if I didn't write in the morning, right? So for the morning pages, I wrote 4 out of 7 days. That's not bad. I don't think that's bad, honestly. For the first time of doing this, I'm like, she says you can't read back on your morning pages. I don't like that. I kind of want to write. I want to read what I wrote. I want to read what I wrote. To be honest with you, I feel like I don't really feel a difference. I feel like I don't want to say that they're not helping me, but I don't want to say they are. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like check up on that on week 2, because right now I don't know. Did you do your artist date? I didn't, guys. I didn't, because I couldn't find time this week. She says like in the book, and I remember she was like, oh, you can probably, most of the people say, oh, that I don't have time to do an artist date and stuff like that. She said, well, you have to make time. Honey, I'm sorry, mate. I'm so sorry. I couldn't. I'll make up for it. I'll do 2 in 1 week. I'll do 2 artist dates in a week. That might See, it makes up for it. 2 art dates for week 2. There you go. Let's talk about the enemies and champions. Who should we start with, enemies or champions? I'm not gonna list all of them because this is private things, guys. This is private. I can't go too into depth with my journal. Let's start with the bad first. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm kind of tired. My back kind of hurts. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, this is gonna be long for me to edit because I'm just chatting bears. I'm so sorry if you chat, Ashley. 3 old enemies of my creative self-worth. At first, I didn't really think of old enemies as people. Like, I was like, I don't have old enemies as real people that affected my creativity. Like, I thought that I didn't have old enemies, real people, that affected my creative self-worth. So I kind of just did it more as emotions. I guess I listed 3 emotions that I would feel the most, which is fear of failure, criticism, and doubt. Right? And then I even wrote, because I had to time travel, I was like, I don't get where these come from. And then I get further into the week and I'm like, wait, I actually do have enemies. Well, not enemies, but like enemies. You get what I mean? Like what she says, like about the creative enemies, stuff like that. So, I don't know. I put it on this paper because like in my book, I did like that and there was no space for it. But, I don't know if I should like say, but I'm just gonna say it. But if I don't want to add it into the actual video, then I just could cut it out. But I'll just say it now, and I'll just say one. I'll say one out of each. So out of my creative monsters and enemies, I'll say one, and then out of my champions, I'll say one. So actually, I don't know if I should I? But what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? What are they actually gonna do? What are they actually gonna do? What are they actually gonna do? No, but for the benefit of it, I won't say, I'm not name dropping, and I'm not saying what they are to me. You lot can guess. Basically, let me cut the story short because it's quite long, yeah. But let me just say a little round of what and why I consider this as my creative. Sorry, I'm just reading. Okay. Can you hear my sister in the back? She's singing. This isn't what I wrote. I'm kind of like narrating it. Narrating. Narrating it. Like I'm kind of like taking out words and putting in words to conceal identity. I had told someone that I wrote a song about them. Very nice song, very beautiful song. I don't think I would ever release it though, because I'm just that petty. And actually, I low-key kind of hate the song now. I kind of hate the song because of who I wrote it to. But maybe in the future. You never know. I'm kind of reading it, so if I'm looking down. I had told someone that I wrote a song about them. And then their response was something like, that doesn't mean anything if you don't do what you preach. Okay. It was something along those lines. I'm not quote unquote quoting it because I might be saying a few words wrong and I don't want to blah blah blah, but you get it. Basically downgrading the song I wrote for them. Something along those lines. For that, they deserve to be titled as one of my creative monsters. To jail you go, to hell, burn. Yeah, but now I feel like I'm blocked from ever writing a positive song about how much, how much I'm interested and love someone or like someone, so if I write a song based on someone and how much I like them, I fear I will continuously be doubting if they not only like it but deserve it. Huh? What did I write? And won't bring it done? And won't bring it done? All I can say is I was angry when I was writing this. I was angry when I was writing this. I could just tell past Ashley was furious. It's infuriating. But yeah, did you guys hear that? If I write a song based on how someone whoa, English, you studied this. Wait. If I write a song based on someone and how I like them, I fear I will continuously doubt if they not only like it but deserve it. Discarding. Sorry, because it sounds kind of wrong when I said it. Discarding a songwriter's music is probably one of the most disrespectful things someone can do because lyrics come from the heart, at least for me. So thanks a lot. You're at the top of my podium. That's 1 out of 3. Okay, so you can just figure out the rest. Now let's move on to my 3 old champions of my creative self-worth. This one's very easy for me. This person will forever be my champion, but it's my mom. I just listed her out as one of those, and then I just wrote like stuff that she does that encourages me. And just how supportive she is, to be honest. Also my sister as well. I'll add her as well because she deserves it. But yeah. That one was pretty easy. My champions was easy. My enemies I really had to dig in deep, and I had to really think for a second, and it took me a while. It took me a few days to realize what and who. And then when I realized that, I was writing like crazy. I was like, yeah. Okay, now it's on to, I love this one. Now it's on to imaginary lives. If you had 5 lives to lead, what would you do in each of them? My first life, I don't know if this counts, but I said this one, and this one is the one where I'm a singer-songwriter by force. No other choice. Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter. Wait, do I have to tell you guys like one to depth I wrote? But yeah, I said life 1 would be a singer-songwriter, known worldwide, travel the world, win awards, perform in different arenas, venues, like the basic stuff. People who feel and love and understand my music. That's the highlight of it. People who feel, love, and understand my music. Life 2 would be a fashion designer. In another life, I'm a fashion designer. Mostly because that was like one of the jobs I wanted when I was younger. And I used to have like a notebooks that I would literally just like draw models and like draw outfits. And yeah, I just love drawing like different outfits and coming up with different outfits, and it was just fun. Life 3, I put detective, criminology, something, because I just love the idea of like solving crime and mystery. Like I just love that. Maybe it's not as like, you know, as it seems, but like I just like feel like in another life I'm solving crime. I'm a detective. I am. In another universe I am. Which is different because it's not something creative, but I am. In life 4, I put like an editor or like a filmmaker, something to do with cameras, just because, or videos, or editing. Like, you know, in the film industry, somewhere in the film industry. In another life I am. Like, I feel like even this, like, I'm complaining about editing, but when I'm actually doing it, like, when I edit, I'm in my own mode. Like, I'm just focused on editing. I do love editing, though. I actually do. Oh. My life 5, I didn't have a job for it. But I just said I would live life more recklessly. Like, honestly, I would live life more recklessly. Like, I would not care. I would not care. Like, I would actually not care. But I kind of feel like now, I kind of regret saying that. Because I came up with, like, another job and, like, something I would lead my life with. I would be a therapist. In another life, I'm a therapist. I just feel like I could just sit down and listen to people talk about their lives. And I don't mind. I really don't mind. I don't mind. And I feel like if I was a therapist, maybe I could understand, like, the mindset of other people, because some people just think stupid. Maybe it's not stupid, but maybe it's not thinking stupid, but it's just like a bit different. So then I feel like if I got the education and if I studied the actual brain and mindset, then I could understand why people act the way they act. But that's not an excuse for the way you act, though. If you act that way, it's probably your mom's fault. Next, we have affirmations. I think this is the last thing, actually, guys, to be honest with you. She said, and this is why I put my thing on mute. She said, just try picking an affirmation. For example, I, your name, am a brilliant and prolific potter, painter, poet, or whatever you are. Write that 10 times in a row. While you're busy doing that, something very interesting will happen. So basically, if you didn't understand anything I just said, she said, write affirmations. I did the one that she gave an example of, that I am a brilliant and prolific artist. That's what I said. And while you write that 10 times, there's gonna be like thoughts in the back of your head, or like thoughts that pop up that are just like negative and trying to make you think the opposite and trying to unconvince you from what you're thinking and saying right now, which I found pretty interesting. I found that very interesting. So what I did, right, is while I was writing it, so you see 10 times, I wrote it 10 times. While I was writing it, I had like a post-it note next to me, and then I was like, yeah, okay, so whenever something negative, I would just write. You get me. The thoughts were very like, am I really? You won't make it. Who will listen to your music? Yeah, like stuff like that. Like just it's simple, but like it's effective to me, and you get it? But like, I guess it's just stuff that I never realized that I would say to myself. Like, I feel like I'm so emotionally well. I don't want to jinx it, because people say that when you come to week 2 and like the rest of the weeks, like it gets worse. Like you just start getting angry and wanting to throw the book away. And I'm kind of scared. But yeah. Honestly, guys, I'm locked in with this book. I'm locked in. I'm not joking. There's no one holding me back. There's no one holding me back. And there's no one distracting me. Were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? Describe them. There were no issues. There were no issues. There was no issues. No, I think my issue is commitment. My issue is No, I don't have commitment issues. I'm not like some people. Yeah, I don't have commitment issues. I don't have commitment issues. I'm not like some people. Honestly, yeah. I'm not even trying to be funny. But I feel like the issues this week was just me being lazy. I feel like that really is significant for my creative recovery, because like being lazy is like what's gonna get you nowhere. Do you get what I mean? Like, I can't be lazy at all. This has been week 1 of the Artist Way. Let's call this the Artist Way Diaries. That's cute. My Artist Way path, my week 1. And yeah, I'm gonna start reading week 2, which is recovering a sense of wait. I'm excited for this one. Oh honey, but that's a lot of pages. And I'm it's Sunday. Monday's tomorrow. Week 2 starts tomorrow. So goodbye guys. See you next week. At the end of week 2, going into week 3. Bye guys. Peace.